Even though we are doing a ton of videos on the Husqvarna Viking Designer EPIC 2, there are over 100 videos already in this machine. So if you're in the mood to kind of poke around, start by going up to the Joy OS of sewing. And with this, you can find all different categories of information. The Knowledge Center has great step-by-step directions for all sorts of things like stabilizers or getting started, sewing directions, accessories. So when you go into here and look for different topics, you'll find that underneath these are going to be step-by-step videos to help you along the way. So if we're just over here at sewing and basic sewing techniques, if you just go ahead and start at Quick Start Guide and you're wanting to learn how to set up your machine, you can touch any one of these. Let's just do the automatic needle threader, for example. So you've got all sorts of ways to view this. You can make the print larger by touching the A+ or smaller. You can go ahead and arrow down as you look at each of the different steps. And this is the one I wanted to show you. When you find an icon that has the picture of the play button, that means that there is a video that you can touch and watch. So right now, there's no sound on this. It's just the animation, which I think is wonderful. It's going to go for a little bit and then it will stop. So either you can follow along to that point and then begin again, or if you just want the whole video to play at once, touch this little box and it will make it so it doesn't pause in the middle. And then just go ahead and start again. Continue on as it shows you the rest of the steps. You can go ahead and restart it. You can make the screen larger or X out of it when you're done. Arrow down to be able to read the last part of the information. So both a reading and a video will help you with any one of these steps. Let's talk about any of the other ones. Setting up accessories, setting up the machine, winding a bobbin. Again, all these are in there. But look, there's so much more, from the sewing techniques to even how to do colors or hem and edge finishes, necklines, pockets, ruffling and gathering. Go into one of these and follow along so you can see, or it will take you to the stitch that you'll be using for that technique. Here we see the information along the bottom part of the screen, but if you touch this, it can come to the top or the side or take over the whole screen like we had before. Continue arrowing down until you find that play button option and it will show you that particular step within the technique. So I hope you'll take some time to work through some of this information. Don't forget, you also have, let me just go back to our regular stitches, the question mark. At any given time, touch the question mark and you can touch a stitch or a picture and it will give you the definition of what it is. And that's kind of helpful because sometimes you don't even know what it's called, so you don't know what to look it up in the manual all about. So speaking of manuals, you do have the entire user's guide included in this machine, which allows you to touch it. You can search for different things. I have one tip I need to show you so you know that how this works. You can look different topics by letter. So if I just touch the L, there's things about leather, left side, lid, or loading a design. You also have information in categories. So if you are looking for more of an embroidery topic, here's all the embroidery topics, like how to load a stitch. And that's great. It shows you what's coming up here, but there is probably a picture behind this menu. Touch and collapse it. A little picture for this particular guy, but when you actually do look, there's usually icons and references underneath this guide. So just remember to, if you have that open, go ahead, anything that's blue is on, and touch the blue icon, and then it will collapse and you can see what you're looking for. When you're ready, come out of the user's guide and begin to start stitching.